come forward, but this will be the end of the public comment. Welcome, introduce yourself, and the next one or two speakers have asked for slides to be put up as part of their 3 minutes, and so proceed. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor Cardoza and Council and everyone else. I'm Donna Lemongello. We're sharing ideas. They happen to come up now because that's what we're thinking about. We're calling it a proposal. They're our ideas, and we want to share them with you. It's interesting that several of our goals in addressing these things have already come up. Simplicity, understandability, fairness, and liability risk. We're trying to address those issues. Several people have mentioned them already. The current supply charge looks like this. It's calculated as 32 cents times 12 per CCF used, which is $3.84, but using the previous May through October month's water, with no charges for November through April, but paid for over 12 months, but not this year, the following year. That does make your head spin, doesn't it? We thought we might be able to work with that, but tonight we're proposing something along the lines of 22 cents times 12 per CCF used, $2.64, paid right after it's used, the next month, just like you get your bill now. I think we might know which is preferable. We have 5 major ideas and changes to the possible way that water is charged that we'd like to share. We want to remove the supply charge look back to the 6 months from the previous year. We want the supply charge to be based on 12 months instead, not that previous year's 6. We want to reduce the fixed meter fee by an additional 19%. That's 19% less than what's going to go into effect on January 1st if nothing changes. That's actually about 58% less than what we're paying right now. We propose two-tiered system for the variable use fee instead of one tier, and we think a Prop 218 notice is going to be the best and fairest and most secure way to implement these things if you choose to do so. What we're talking about will affect all 3 components of the bill. The 3 components are the distribution charge by meter size, like our poor person ahead of us who has the 1-inch meter, oops. Supply charge pays for infrastructure costs, all the things that are solid stuff that are going to bring us our water. The variable fee pays for actual water processed and delivered. If you take the 3 bill components and add them together, not surprising, you get your bill. Calculations based on our ideas will look as follows. If we use tiers, the variable use fee will be 86, if we do not use tiers, the variable fee will be 86 cents per CCF. If we do use tiers, which we're going to talk about in a second, the variable use fee will be 50 cents for the lower tier and $1.90 for the upper tier, which with a cutoff of 20 CCF, which is pretty high and takes into account people with large families. The first part of the proposal is to remove the supply charge look back, and what that will do is make it pay as you go. I think everyone at this point who's been listening realizes what pay as you go is. Nothing from the previous year's water. Pay as you go for the water you just used, not worrying about the tenant who was there before you. Supply charge based on 12 months, again, not looking back, and summer water costing the same as any water.
Donna, are you going to turn this over to
Yes, I'm going to turn it over to Matt right now.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much, Donna.
Matt Williams, troublemaker. In the debates, the Measure P folks have talked about 12 months being safer than 6 months, more fair. We've been able to incorporate that in. The Davis Enterprise has said that, and it's incorporated in. The thing that caused us not to do this up till now was we were afraid that it was going to lose the protection of the resilient revenue. That's been fixed. The 19% reduce of the distribution charge is simply moving the volume-related meter replacement costs into the supply charge. It's a zero-sum game, but we're making it not fixed. Tier 1, right now 86 cents. We're proposing 50 cents. So if you're using up to 20 cents, you're actually going to save 36 cents every CCF. For low-volume users, that means your bill's going to be lower. You're using 20 CCF, you'll see a lower bill of $7.20 each month. Tier 2 is over 20. It's an incentive to conserve. It's an immediate reward for efficient use. It doesn't penalize large families where we have an allocation of 2.25 CCF per person, which is the state standard. And when you use that $7.20, you build up in 20, you really are break even right at 28. What's it look like? Here's a graph that shows 10 decile groups. That's 14,000 single-family homes broken into 1,400 uses, growing from low to high. Let's make this simple. Let's look at the highest water use. The white space you see up in the upper right-hand corner between the black bar is free water that people are getting. Those are the highest users, and they are paying for less water than they're actually using. Sue Greenwald wants them to pay every penny. So do the Measure P people. With the green bar, which is our proposal, they're going to be paying 25% of the revenue and 25% of the usage. Where have we gotten to? The yellow is where we are right now with the Bartle-Wells rates, which were the old rates. People were getting in the highest use 20% of their water for free, not just the 2 or 3% that was there. That last white between the yellow and the black bar was free. Who's paying for it? Look all the way over on the left. The people who were most responsible, who were most efficient about using the water, are paying 6% of the revenue right now and only using 2% of the water. That is not equitable. Why do anything? We believe this is a better rate structure. And this is information for people to vote from. That we're not saying that people can't vote. We're saying vote in an informed way. It's more responsive to consumers. It's more equitable. It's simpler and easier to understand. It's fiscally resilient and sustainable. It reduces the community's fiscal risk. It addresses the citizens' concerns. It addresses fairness, and it addresses our liability risk. That last point is really important.
Matt, I'm going to ask you to,
okay.
Donna went over, you've gone over, so thank you.
That's
one last
the
sentence.
final line.
Okay.
We will owe Woodland a lot of money if this plant goes down. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.